Hi, Easy Guide here. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to get some useful runes, battle items, and most importantly, Acrasium 2's from a simple questline that's available in the game from the beginning. So let's first take a look at the introductory quest. So this questline is extremely long, and it covers everything about Guardian raids. It basically covers the lore as to why they're there, where you can find them, etc., etc. If you notice while you're doing Guardian raids, there are 3 specific maps that Guardian raids appear in, or Guardian raids partake in. First one is the forest map, which is down here south of Shoeshire. The second one is the red sand desert, so the desert map, which is in Ardentine. And the last one is this island up here, all the way north in the freezing sea. And that's a glacial map that you can find bosses like Legioros, Frost Legioros, and Beartooth in. So the quest starts in the island, in the forest fog island, and you have to do this quest in order to get access to the Acrasium 2's. So the quest line says, go to the fog island and talk to the NPC, and then it will ask you to kill Shadow Legioros. So I know some of you guys might be already 380 plus, but this is part of the quest line. You have to kill Legioros and you have to kill Beartooth, alright? So you have to kill Shadow Legioros, which is the 4th boss of the first tier. And then after you complete the quest, just come back to the same island, and then it'll introduce you to Chromanium. When you complete the quest, which does not require you to kill Chromanium, you'll get the destruction grenades, which are used for Chromanium. So there's a pattern here. Every time you complete a quest, it will most likely give you battle items, runes, or something that's useful for tackling the boss that it introduced. So what's after Chromanium? Well, you have Nagrasina. Where's Nagrasina? It's in the desert. So obviously, or rather, logically, you want to go over to Nagrasina, which is in the desert area. So once you see that the quest does not continue here in the forest area, go over to the desert area, and you'll find the Nagrasina quest, which will give you cutting shurikens, the level 3 cutting shurikens. And you'll also have the Helgaia quest, which is probably one of the more important early ones, which will give you 3 fire resistance runes. Fire resistance runes are incredibly helpful for surviving and getting used to Helgaia's patterns so that you can stay alive for longer. After Helgaia, where's Beartooth? Beartooth is in the ice area, in the ice island. So you wanna visit the ice island, and there will be a quest for Beartooth. When you complete the quest for Beartooth, you'll also get 3 water runes. You don't get the stun immunity runes. You'll have to find that yourself. But Beartooth, going in there with water resistance runes really helps out with your survivability. So make sure you do that. So you want to kill Beartooth. So the quest will give you 3 water resistance runes, and it'll also ask you to kill Beartooth. You have to kill Beartooth in order to proceed to the next part of the quest. After you complete this introductory quest, which covers the 1st and 2nd tier raid bosses, you'll be able to move on to the second part of raid bosses, or the second part of this quest line, which is what rewards you with Acrasium 2's to be more specific. So some of you guys might be struggling to get Acrasium 2's on a daily basis. You might only get 3, 4, maybe 5 if you're lucky. But you should be able to get over around 6 per day if you do everything correctly. So here is a part of how you get those Acrasium. Now this quest line only lasts 11 days, I believe. It only lasts 10 days. Sorry, it only lasts 10 days. So, but that's still 10 more Acrasium 2's, which is around 2 days worth of Acrasium 2's that you might not otherwise have. Now the thing with this quest line is that you can only do 1 quest per day. So it is a daily quest, but the location and what you have to do on a daily basis changes. Alright? So where it first starts off is in the forest island again, right? South of Shoeshire. And that's because Levinos, the 9th boss of the ninth boss of the raid tiers, is in the forest area. So as you guys might have noticed, where you find the boss is where the quest continues. So you talk to Levinos, you go to the forest and you talk to the NPC, and it's a very short quest. You just talk to them, and you just go to wherever they tell you, and then you come back and you talk to them again. You should have no problem doing it, and it will reward you with some grenades, which are useful for Levinos, and most importantly, Acrasium 2's. The next day, what's the next boss? Well, it's gonna be Legioros. So you go over to the Glacial Island. That's where the double Legioros fight takes place. So you go to the Glacial Island and you'll be able to get Shadow Resistance runes and Acrasium 2's. The next day, you visit the same place for Calventus, which will also reward you with Acrasium 2's. And after that, you have to go to the Red Sand Desert because that's where the Magma Chromanium is located. It'll give you Acrasium 2's, flares, as well as fire resistance runes, which will be useful. And on the next day, you will get the quest that asks you to kill Magma Chromanium. So far, you didn't have to kill any of the bosses. You didn't have to kill Levinos, you didn't have to kill Double Legioros, you didn't have to kill Calventus, but now you do have to kill Magma Chromanium in order to get the Acrasium 2. So this is the 5th day daily. You might be locked here for a little bit, so you might only get 5 Acrasium 2's in the beginning, but you still want to continue the questline to get all 10. So after you kill Chromanium, the next up we have Armored Nakrasina. Now you don't have to beat Armored Nakrasina in order to finish this quest, but there might be item level requirements. So I'm not there yet, so I can't say for sure if this is true. But Armored Nakrasina is next, so they'll also reward you with I think electric resistance, the shocking, where you get frozen, the status effect immunity, and Acrasium 2's. Next up we have the Firefox. The Firefox is located back at the forest, which means that you go back to the forest island and you'll be able to get Acrasium 2's there, as well as fire resistance. And next up you have Helgaia, which means that or the freezing Helgaia, which is also located in the Glacial Island. So you go there and get the Acrasium 2's. And then lastly, you have Titalis, who's located in the Red Sand Desert, which means that you go over there and you complete the quest. So you might notice a pattern where you just go to where the Guardian boss can be found in, you complete the quest, and you get Acrasium 2. This will take a course of at least minimum of 10 days. However, you're most likely gonna get stuck on these raid boss kill requirements, such as Magma Chromanium and Titalis. So do keep that in mind, but that should be a way for you guys to get ahead in terms of Acrasium 2 acquisition, and ahead in terms of the resistance runes that might be a lot harder to come by in the second tier of raids, or second tier of gearing. So make sure you guys do this quest line. This is extremely helpful for not only people who are not at Acrasium 2, because you do get fire resistance and water resistance for Helgaia and Beratus, but you also get Acrasium 2's on top of the resistance runes that you might want for the bosses coming up ahead. So I'll post a invent link right here. I take no credit for any of this information. This is all already found here. I already knew about this, but I wanted to find a more consolidated guide before I made it. Go visit this link if you guys want more and complete information, but I did try to cover basically everything that you needed to be able to complete the quest line. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tip and video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.